They can run, but trust me, there's no place for them to hide at. Welcome to the Mindset Elevator, everybody. Keep vibrating high. Thank you so much for joining me today on this elevator as we ascend to higher places, keeping it real always. And listen, everybody, I want to say thank you very, very much for the ongoing support of my channel. It means a lot to me. It's very humbling to me. You know, I'm happy to see it grow, and I'm happy to see all of you here and hear from your experiences as well. It's a wonderful circle. It's really great. So thank you so much for that. And let's get into the video. These people may be able to run, run as fast as you can, but they're not going to get very far to escape what they've done, to escape the wrongdoing, to escape the drama they put you in, to escape the traps that they set for you. It's not going to work. Because people, karma doesn't miss a door, karma doesn't miss a person, karma doesn't miss an address. When people do wrong, karma will get you. And the bottom line is, when these people do wrong, they're going to try very hard to make it seem like, oh, it was nothing, or, oh, you deserved it, you had it coming, or if you hadn't done something, they wouldn't have had done it to you. All these bogus excuses, none of that's going to, rectify the situation. None of that is going to save them from the karma they're going to receive from messing with somebody like you. Understand that I had to cut off a lot of connections with people who simply weren't getting the point. And you know what? Even for myself, I never always moved right. I would do a lot of things where, it's like, not using my head a lot, not thinking first, just leaping, never thinking first, thinking afterwards, and wallowing in my misery afterwards. I'm not a perfect person. I don't claim to be on this channel, but understand that because I feel like my eyes have been opened, and my life has been rejuvenated, I see things for how they really are, and I've been taking the steps to improve my life, to improve, how my life looks, where I want my life to go. And I can't help but be bothered, by the people who troubled me, the people who pressed me when they shouldn't have pressed me, the people who, disturbed my spirit when, I was just young. And can you imagine this as well? Like, people who do wrong to us when we were young, right? I'm talking about trauma. I'm talking about violence. I'm talking about mayhem. I'm talking about, complete instability, where we were very reliant on these individuals. And then these are the things that take place. You know what I mean? This is what happens. We grow up with a certain set of ideologies, thinking that these set of tendencies are normal. These people did that because they loved me. And all the while, it's like they didn't know how to be loved. They didn't know how to show care. They didn't know how to express, distaste in a proper fashion. And it affected us, and it'll stay with us if that is our story. And so the thing about it is that these people, when you're older now, when you're doing your own thing now, they think that, because, you're older, you're in your own groove now, and you probably forgot and you're not going to do anything about it. It's really, really sad, because I don't think a lot of these people understand the imprint that could leave on one's mind, when we grow up in these situations where, people weren't always there for us when they should have been there. I'm talking about parents. I'm talking about people who claim like they love us, but, they act like, you're somebody, you're an acquaintance of sorts, and maybe they were really supposed to be a caregiver for you. That could really leave an imprint. And karma doesn't miss these people. You got to take care of your responsibilities. You got to bring up your kids right. You got to do what you got to do right. And unfortunately, it's like, that pain that comes with that angst that comes with that, the anxiety, and how that will mold your future relationships is all affected by these people. They can't run from what they did. They can't run from what they didn't do. A lot of times karma will find people for things that they did not do, things that they should have done, ways they should have been. And so I truly believe that when people do wrong, they expect us to grow up in a certain way. right? Or, a lot of times we're growing up in codependent relationships or family dynamics where everybody needs everybody. And so if you're the type of person who never needed anybody, or you were made to be the outcast, meaning that you had to fend for yourself, you had to look out for yourself, take care of yourself, find things to take care of yourself, you know what I mean? You had to go out there and do more than, the average youth would have, or whatever your situation might be. Maybe the odds were against you and people made it that way. Maybe it didn't have to be that way, but that's what happened to you. I am really sorry that that happened, but you know what? I'm pretty sure that you're a solid person because of it. You're wiser because of it. You're more mature because of it. Even the most terrible things that happen to us in our youth, or what shaped our childhoods, is a lot of times the things that make us real strong, make us real resilient, and make us real wary as well, vigilant as well, to the sort of tendencies we will accept from others in our future, in our adulthood. So yeah, people cannot escape what they've done. If people have done us wrong, if people have bullied us and they shouldn't have bullied us, if people have shunned us or ostracized us or made us feel like second-class citizens when we should have been treated like everybody else in that room, understand that karma will come to them in one way or another. Depending on the grievances that were perpetrated here, people will get their karma. People will get what they're owed, because this is how it works. You can't do bad onto somebody else and think that you're never going to be touched. Even us, even we do things that are unsavory, right? And, we're not exempt. We have to learn lessons too. We got to lose stuff too. We have to go through trials and tribulations as well to be taught that you don't do this. You don't do that. You got to move right if you want, the right sort of responses back, or the right type of reception back. And so I believe that the chosen ones, I believe that the anointed ones have been on the right path, have been on the right course to doing better and righting the wrongs of a lot of times what people have done wrong to us. We're always going to be the ones that look funny to the outside world, or to the outsiders, to the people who are still stuck in these curses, still stuck in these codependent relationships, still stuck in these tendencies, still stuck in these old mindsets where it's like, oh, that was just, that was your fault. That was not really anything. Everybody does that. Everybody, went through that. What you went through is nothing. It's always going to be like that, because you being the one who got away from all of that mess is going to be the person who is the ultimate trigger to everybody who's still stuck, who's still stagnant, who's still codependent, right? And this is how it's going to be perceived. People are going to perceive you as somebody who is not right in their mind, but because you had a right set of mind, you had the right frame of mind to get out of that situation. It's almost like these people cannot run from what they've done. And I feel like when you get away from the toxicity of your the connection that you might be in, or these dynamics that you might be a part of, when you get away, it's like people do feel like, you're causing unnecessary distress for them. But it's because you got away, and they have to see the mess that they left behind a lot of times, or they have to see the issue here, like, wow, they can't blame you anymore. They can't talk your name anymore. Trust me, they're going to try. But, they can't point the finger at you anymore, because you left and now are on the path to healing, or have been healed. Focused on your career, focused on raising your children, focused on living your best life, no matter what that looks like. And these people are left here to deal with the karma and to deal with the carnage of what has, transpired here a lot of times for many, many years. I'm talking about since you were a child, maybe. Who picks on a child? You know what I mean? That stuff is so low to me. That stuff is so, it's detrimental to the advancement of that youth's mind. And if that youth, is not following the right steps, I'm telling you, like, it's bound to work against you if you're not strong enough. And the thing about it is that because we are strong enough, and because we have been protected, and we have answered the call to be better people, to be bigger on this planet, this is why even the most trying situations that we may have come from are really showing, how triumphant we can be, how victorious we can be, how successful, how intelligent, how attractive, when everybody else tried to dumb that down, when everybody else tried to make it seem like that was not going to be a thing for you. They didn't want that to be a thing, because nobody else in these codependent, unions or dynamics was allowed to be great. Why do you get to be great? It's always going to be a problem. All the the issues they try to put at your doorstep, all the problems, all the, the blame game, all that stuff, that mess, all that mess is crazy, And I used to blame people a lot as well for why things were in my life the way, why things were playing out in my life the way that they were, because a lot of these things started in my childhood, feeling certain ways about certain people. And it's like everybody making excuses for these perpetrators for not doing or doing what they do, supporting the perpetrators, supporting the people that do wrong, supporting the people who cause grievances. These are the type of things that really irk me. The type of things that really bother me is when I see groups of people supporting, the abuser, supporting people who, they hurt everybody that they see. They step on everybody. They spit on everybody that they see. These are the people that they stand up for. These are the people that they ride for. These are the people that they protect, that they party with, right? It's disgusting. And so it's like, I think it's so demented. I think it's so backwards. It's like, how was I ever a part of this? How was I ever in the same room? Like, how was I ever, and I can't unsee what I see. You know what I mean? I cannot unsee what I see. All I could say is, what? The people who have done us wrong, the people who have tried to hurt us, abuse us. Okay, we're talking about abuse here. I'm talking about some real bad stuff, real dark stuff. They will not escape, judgment here. Their time is coming where, they're going to have to face what they did, because I'm telling you, the things that people do to us in our past can mold how we move in the future if we're not strong enough. And these are the people that are protected. These are the people who are, covered and made excuses for. It's just gross. I find it to be aggravating, And so what I could say is this is why it's equally aggravating when you pop out in the way that you are. When you start speaking on things, when you start getting away, making your move, making your exit. This is why there's such an adverse reaction to your exit. This is why, because people know they're gonna have to deal with what is left behind, the aftermath. You understand? So they can run, run, Forrest, run, right? They can run, but there's not gonna be any viable places to hide at. Because you can't escape, the very deeply disturbing things that you've done to others, that could have really disturbed them, that could have really, messed up their mind for years, for life. And thank God that that didn't happen to us. Thank God that we're still standing strong. Thank God that we're still, we have a straight head on, right? With a positive mindset. Okay. And with beautiful things to look forward to, sometimes beautiful children. I know I do, I cannot be more thankful. I cannot express the thanks enough, because I know now, that everything that has happened to me in my childhood or in my teenage years was literally so unfortunate, but at the same time, so necessary, in a way, so necessary it had to take place. But don't think for a second that these perpetrators out here will not get the karma that's coming to them. They will. But what you should do is pray for them that, it just won't be that bad, and continue to pray for our continued success, our continued positive mindsets, our continued forward movement, so we can be the best people that we want to be, because that's what we're trying to aim for now. Maybe it used to be suppressed back then, but not suppressed anymore. So let's keep going up, everybody. Thank you so much for hopping on the Mindset Elevator today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep going up, everybody. Thank you so much for, supporting the channel once again. I'm so happy to see all of you here, reoccurring subscribers, new subscribers, or people who just drop in every now and then. All of you are heavily loved and appreciated here on the Mindset Elevator, everybody. Keep going up and keep spreading love and keep, moving right and keep being real. What else can I say? Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.